Hello everybody, this is Alyssa from Minecrafts and Crafts, and today we are here for my favorite video to film every month, and that is the month in review. So we're going to look at everything that I finished in the month of March. I almost said April. Whew, fast forward here. We're going to look at all of the projects that I finished in the month of April. See, I did it again. The month of March. And then we're going to go ahead and take a look at my whips and then what I have planned and kitted up to do already to kind of move forward into April. So we're going to start off real quickly. I don't time or like track or anything for the other projects, but I'm going to go over like the little projects that were not diamond painting. So one of the things that I did finish, this was like from Craft Club. It is basically, it's like this little moss coaster thing that you're supposed to use to put like a drink on, but I was like, this is too cute. I can't like put a drink on it. So I created this little crafty moss coaster thing, and it was super fun to do. It took me a little bit longer than I was expecting. It's so soft, but it's gonna like sit like this. I have no desire to actually like put the backing on. I feel like it lays flat enough as is, and I like it like that. And yeah, so this was like the first little project that I completed. I thought that one was quite fun. Next up, I started pixels. As I mentioned to you guys in a couple different videos, I've unboxed a couple pixels already this month. So I started with pixels. First up, I started with like the freebie like sample thing, which has a pixels, a bixels, and a vexels. So pixels are the size of a square drill. Bixels are like the size of like a quad cube. Vexels are basically where you layer the stickers on top of each other. So it's kind of like a sticker by number style, but like a little bit different. But anyways, so these were the first little set. I started with the sample. I was like, okay, that's not too bad. I had fun with it. So then I started working on some of the ones that I had purchased. So I purchased the Chinese New Year set. So I think it is super adorable. We're going to turn that overhead off so you don't get that light. Mochi, you do not, no, you're going to knock things over. Do not climb on the canvas. It's sticky. It's got glue. You do not need to come this way. She wants to be right here, and I wouldn't let her walk in front of my my stuff. But look at how cute these are. I love it. It's adorable. My light is being foreshadowed by that. So I did the Chinese New Year ones, and then I did this 3-pack of collectible cards. So these are the Little Dolls collection in the Japanese set. So we have this one right here, and I do like the colors that we see. What, are you coming in, Mo? Mochi. Hi. Well, come here. Come here. Come on. You need to just take yourself over here. You can walk through there. You're so silly. Anyways, so this was the first one that I did, and I thought she was super cute. And then I did this second one right here. Again, adorable. And then the third and final one, which I just finished. I think I want to say that I just finished this one last night. So this one was this one right here. And then I did one of the Vexels, which these were the sushi cats, which of course I had to do sushi cats. There's Momo exploring. So I had to do the sushi cats. I thought those were super fun to do. They definitely take me longer doing these in a way than it does doing the others. But those were the Pixels works. Sorry, Mo, I know I'm getting in your way. So I finished those. And then, oh yes, and I also finished my Manekneko Lucky Cat. I mean, I couldn't not do that one. So now, in addition to that, I also had done, I had gotten this as like a door prize gift that I had won, was like this little 2-pack of these sticker mosaic books. So I went through and knocked out these cute little animals from this sticker mosaic book. I actually knocked them out in just like 2 days or so. I did them all in this little book, but I thought that was super fun. So there was that those are like the non-diamond painting crafts that I did. So now we're going to go into the actual diamond paintings that I worked on this month. Also, we're going to take a look. I did not actually finish any cross stitches this month. I worked on my Buddha bookmark, and I started a stitch along, and I did the frame for the stitch along, but I did not finish anything this month. So no finishes for March, and I'll be going into April for cross stitch with 3 projects. This one's getting close to being done. I'm at like 45% done on Buddha bookmark. But those were my cross stitch projects. So now we're going to roll into the diamond paintings. So we're going to talk about the minis first, and then we'll go into the actual, what I can count as my actual finishes. So there was a group of us on the Discord that decided to go ahead and do like a, basically we decided to do like a mini DP along with all minis over the course of a weekend. So that's what I did. And I didn't participate in the March mini DP madness or whatever. I did not participate in that event because I was like, I didn't know if I was going to actually do any minis or not. And I did actually end up doing quite a few minis, so I could have participated. But anyways, so first up I was really itching to do a cross stitch conversion, and I did not feel like working on my perpetual whip that's underneath my desk here. So I decided to pull out drills and worked on this one right here. So I pulled out a pattern that I had, a bookmark pattern, and this is called Heron Habitat. It's basically a 9.5 by 24.5 centimeter square drills. It's from the artist, or the pixel, or like the cross stitcher, Sprouting Lupine. It had 10 colors? No, that's 12. That's 12 colors. I started this on the 9th of March, finished it on the 9th of March. It took me an hour and 47 minutes to knock this one out. And I just used a super cheap Temu canvas for this one. And then I used spare drills that I had in my hoard. And look at that. It turned out really great. I thought that was super fun. So that was the first mini that I finished for my March mini event. Or informal little DP along. And then I did this one right here from Diamond Delights. This is called Pastel Window. It's from the artist Sarah Bowman. It's a square drills, 12.5 by 12.2 centimeters, 12 colors. Came with 1 AB and 3 fairy dust, and it was super cute. I just love these, and I love the little cat just chilling in the window. I think that's just so adorable. I started that one on the 13th of March, finished it on the 13th of March, and it took me 1 hour and 12 minutes. My thoughts, it was absolutely adorable. It was a nice quick snack. And then I was just working on all my minis, so I pulled out this one right here, which is again by Sarah Bowman and Diamond Delights. It's Pastel Stars 2. It squares again, 12.7 by 12.7. Had 10 colors, which included 1 AB and 2 fairy dust, and I thought they were placed very well in here. I started that one on the 13th of March, finished it on the 14th of March, and it took me an hour and 9 minutes to complete this one here. But super cute. I love it. My thoughts, again, adorable and fun. I didn't really have any issues or concerns. Next up is our little On the Moon Pastel Sky with Kirby. This is, again, Diamond Delights. Artist is Sarah Bowman. This one was a 13.7 by 13.7 centimeter square drills. And this one had 14 colors, which included 1 AB and 3 fairy dust. I started this one on the 14th of March, finished it on the 14th of March. Took me an hour and 25 minutes. I thought it was absolutely adorable as well. You can see a trend there. I did actually add an AB to the moon. So this drill that's charted right in here, that is the AB that I actually added that AB into the moon. Because I just felt like it needed it. And then I think I did I do the stars? I think I added that AB into the stars as well. But they needed that yellow of that bright fluorescent. I thought I had run out of a color on this one, but in reality, it was because 2 of the symbols were very, very similar. One of them was a square, and one of them was like a square with like pointy edges. The square was up here, and the square with pointy edges was in here on Kirby's body. So I had placed the square color through both of those, not realizing it was 2 separate symbols. And then when I was working down in, I was like running out up here, and then I realized my mistake, and then I had to peel that color up and put it down up in here because I had run out of the drills I needed there because I used them all down here. But that one was super fun. This was my 4th mini for the weekend. And then I worked on another Diamond Delights because that's what I had the most minis of. So this one is Enchanted Berries number 4, Blackberry. Diamond Delights, square drills, 15.7 by 18.2 centimeters. This one had 11 colors, which included 3 ABs, 2 fairy dust, and 2 crystals. And I love this 310 crystal I've mentioned before multiple times. I started it on the 14th, finished it on the 14th, and it took me an hour and 56 minutes to do this one. My thoughts, I actually wrote, love the 310 crystal. But I thought it turned out fantastic. I love the bling that she has in these. They're very blingy, super, super fun. So that one right there was my 5th mini for the weekend / month, which was my 39th mini of all time. And that's from the artist Anna Figueroa. Mimo, which is also known as Una Buena Pieza, and which is also the same artist as, am I missing one? I feel like I am missing something in here. I misplaced. Oh yeah, I'm thinking it's something different, but in reality it's this. It just had 1 sticker instead of 4. So this was a mini Enchanted Berries. So it was the 4 berry kits that I had completed already. Just a mini version of each of them. So we have our strawberry, our raspberry, our blueberry, and our blackberry. They're super cute. These were squares, Diamond Delights, same artist, Anna Figueroa Mimo, or Una Buena Pieza. Each of these little things was about 6.7 by 7.5 centimeters. 24 colors, which included 3 ABs, 6 fairy dust, and 3 crystals. I started this one on the 14th of March, finished on the 14th of March. Did take me 2 hours and 10 minutes because this one was very much a lot of like single placing because it's not like there was a lot to fill in. But I thought it was fantastic. I love how cute and adorable it is. That one was my 6th mini. My thoughts, pure checkerboarding because it was so small. That was my thoughts on that one. So that was kind of like, Next up, I worked on Gigi, Serene Cat Familiar. Again, Diamond Delights. This is from the artist Sevi Yummy. I actually have the same canvases of this one and the next one in a actual full-size diamond painting from a different shop, Diamond Artisan Shop. So this is Square Drills. It's a 10.9 by 18 centimeter. Came with 17 colors, which included 1 fairy dust. I started this one on the 14th of March, finished it on the 15th of March. It took me an hour and 13 minutes. My thoughts, could have used more specials. I loved it, but I could have used some more specials on this one, but it was super cute. And that was my 7th mini for the weekend/month. Next up, I did Serene Dragon Spirit Haku. This is, again, Diamond Delights. Artist is Sevi Yummy. This one is Square Drills again, 14.2 by 17.7 centimeters. I had 14 colors, and this one had 2 fairy dust. So our little dragon, Haku, is all in dust, and then the yellow around the clouds is also in dust. So I did like the fact that we had more of the specials on this one. Started on the 15th, finished it on the 15th, and it took me an hour and 34 minutes. And I thought the specials were perfection for this. It really didn't need any more than what it had special-wise. And that was my 8th mini for the month. And then next, my final mini that I completed, this is a Mulan standee. It's like Chibi Mulan is I think what it's called. It's from Diamond Art Club. It is round drills. It's roughly a 14.5 by 9.6 centimeter round drill canvas. And it actually had a fair number of specials. So it had 3 fairy dust in it. I started on the 16th of March, finished on the 16th of March, and it took me 39 minutes to finish this. My thoughts, super cute. It was a fun and quick project. This is the only standee that I had, and that was because it had been gifted to me. That was my first and only one that I've done, and it was fun. I don't like having to do all the single placing. I enjoyed doing it, but I was like, I wouldn't want to do a bunch of these. These are great if you have somebody who's, like a small project to do with the kids and the family. So we have this pink, her hair, and then this green that are the dust drills, and it turned out super cute. But yeah, I enjoyed it. That one was the last of the minis, which means I completed 9 mini canvases over the course of that weekend, which is pretty good. I was pleased with my progress on that. So now we're going to talk about my actual finishes for the month, and I think I have 4 in here, and I do have a couple more whips now. So first up, we have Night on the River. This is from the artist this is from the Jade Gem Shop Collective, so usually it means that Jade and like her cousin or her sister or somebody is created the art more so than anything, and then Jade makes it's created to be pixel art. But this one right here, this is Night on the River. It's from Jade Gem Shop Square Drills. This one is a 28 by 49 centimeter canvas. I started it on the 1st of March and I finished it on the 2nd of March. And it did take me 6 hours and 35 minutes to finish this one. My thoughts, super cute. I did love all of the color blocking in this. And yes, it was a square. I had just spent all last month doing tons of squares. And then I started the month with another square, go figure. But it was nice and color blocky, so that was fine. And I did this because I wanted to do a comparison between the square and the round drill version of the same exact canvas. This one was my first finish for the month of March, my 11th finish of the year, and my 188th finish of all time. And that is Night on the River in squares. Next up, we have Night on the River in rounds. So this is another one from Jade Gem Shop Collective. As you can see, it's literally the exact same canvas. I just did a round version versus the square version. So this right here is same thing, 32 colors, same thing, Jade Gem Shop Collective. And both of them had 5 glimmer, which are dust drills. This one was a 28, well, the previous one was a 28 by 49. This one is a 31 by 55. So a little bit bigger. And I find it really fascinating so you can compare the look of the 2 different styles. One in round versus one in square. And it's the same exact render, which is why you'll get it in a different size when it's the hand charted from Jade Gem Shop. If you do pixel charted, then they're going to be different renders because they will make the canvas the size you ordered. But that right here, super fun. That was my 2nd completion for the month of March, my 12th for the year, and my 189th of all time. Next up, we have another Jade Gem Shop. So this is one that I did worked on during the retreat. So I went to the Sparkle and Shine retreat up in North Carolina. And I was there from like March 18th to the 21st or something like that. So I started this one on the 18th of March, finished it on the 19th of March. This one is called Unmask. It's from the artist Anastasia Hoffman. It's from Jada Gem Shop, and it is a 45 by 60 round drills. I did get this one in rounds. It came with 54 colors. In this one, I did have specials charted into it, which included 2 ABs and 1 crystal. And I have to tell you, I am not a fan of the render when you do a pixel charted kit from Jada Gem Shop. I'm not a fan of where they put the specials. So I tend to say ignore that, and now I just order them with no specials and I add my own because I did not enjoy where the specials were on this one. Basically, it had a green AB, which is this dark one right here. That was one of the ABs that was added in. And then it had AB 3865, which is the creamy white that we're seeing up in our mask there. It was that creamy white right up in here. And then this was supposed to be a crystal. This AB, this white AB that I have right here was supposed to be a crystal, which just looked really weird. And I was like, I'm not even putting those on the canvas because I'm not doing that. That just will be weird. So I actually added some additional specials to this one. So I added, you can see here, this is my list of specials that I added in. And I added some crystals up in here. I added some crystal confetti down into the greens down in here to balance out that 890 AB. And then I did some dust drills, some red dust drills up in the flowers, crystal up in the flower as well. And then I did another like crystal confetti around in here. And then I have like an AB right in here and another dust drill. And then I basically took what they had charted as 5200 crystal and turned it into AB 5200 for the mask. And I like how that turned out. So that's what I did on this one. My thoughts, the AB placement was kind of meh. I'm not a fan of it. I did add my extra bling, and I'm very happy with how my bling turned out. And I have to say, it turned out really, like, I do love the look of it. And this being the smallest size that she would render this canvas in rounds, which is usually a step up from her smallest size period. And this was like 45 by 60, as you can see. And it turned out, let me turn off that overhead so you don't get the glare and you can see her face. So it turned out great. I was really pleased with it. I did clean up some of the confetti in a lot of areas. Basically, when there's like from the hybrid charting, when there's like the confetti along the edges, some of it I kind of cleaned up and just charted and just did the color that I was working with. So that way I didn't have an excessive amount of confetti. This one did take me 18 hours and 56 minutes to do. Like I said, I started on the 18th of March, finished it on the 19th of March. This was my 3rd finish for the month of March, my 13th finish for the year, and my 190th finish of all time. And that is Unmasked by Anastasia Hoffman. And it's actually very, very similar. I think this was one that she did like a draw this in the style of, because it's very similar to a Margaret Morales. And when we were investigating it, it looks like the Margaret Morales Yume is actually older than this artist's canvas. But there's definitely some differences where you can see this artist's style and how she did it. Definitely a lot of differences for it, but it is very much so. I think she took her inspiration from the Yume, the Margaret Morales canvas. Next up, we have this canvas right here, which was my first ever. I know that just is so annoying. Let me turn that light back on so we can see this. This is my first ever Make Market canvas that I did. So this is from Make Market. It is, I named it Cherry Blossom Pagoda because they don't come with names. It is a 40.6 by 50.8 centimeter round drill canvas, and it came with 34 colors but no specials. I started it on the 20th of March, finished it on the 21st of March, and this one took me 11 hours and 13 minutes. So it was definitely a little faster because, shockingly enough, I was actually really impressed. This was my first Make Market. I was really impressed with the render because the render was most definitely a hand-charted render. It did not have the confetti of like that I'm used to from like Jada Gem Shop or other small things like this. So it was definitely hand rendered, and I was really pleased with the render overall. And I was impressed with the quality of it, considering I bought this canvas for like 18 bucks. I was really impressed with how it turned out. Like I said, my thoughts, pleasantly surprised with the quality and render. I did add a few specials to it. So for the cherry blossoms themselves, I added 2 ABs and 1 fairy dust. And that was for all of the pink cherry blossoms that we're seeing, which I feel like they should have been a more vibrant pink as opposed to this off-white pink. But I was really pleased with it. And I do have to say, me personally, I do not like this creepy felty soft backing of like Diamond Art Club, Jada Gem Shop, or Aloha. It bothers me. This right here does not have that soft felt backing. It's like a smooth canvas material, and I'm like, I actually like that. For me personally, I like the backing on this better just because it's a texture issue. But I was really pleased with how this turned out. This is my 4th and final finish for the month of March, and it was my 14th finish of the year and my 191st finish of all time. And I thought that it turned out really well. I was really impressed with it. So if you want an affordable canvas and something that's small and affordable, easy, like definitely go for the Make Markets, because it was totally worth it. It was fantastic. I was really impressed with it. So now we're going to talk a little bit about my whips. So we're going to take my first whip over here, which is actually the one that I was hoping to finish this month. I couldn't lay it down because in my infinite wisdom, I pulled the plastic off of this section, did not finish this section, and threw the plastic away thinking, oh, I don't have to worry about it. I'm going to make good progress. Also, so this is what's the Leviathan. This is from the artist Heather R. Hitchman, and this is the canvas that I was doing for Stoke Your Dragonfire event. I think I started it on the 9th of March, but I didn't work on it for a huge chunk of time. And you can see how gorgeous it is. I did run out of one of my special drills, which they actually just came today. There were specials that I need for this, for the greens in here, and then this light blue right here are actually right in here. So I was super happy that those came today, because now it means that I can fill in the spots here and here and continue on with this canvas. So this is turning out fantastic. Like I said, this is Leviathan from Diamond Art Club, and the artist is Heather R. Hitchman. It is a discontinued canvas. It is a 56 by 76 centimeter square drill canvas, and it has 43 colors, and of those colors, we have 4 ABs that were charted into this. I have added some additional enhancements to it, just because, you know, it's me and I have to. So the additional, I didn't do a ton, and I pretty much did them, some into the water waves, but the majority of the specials that I added were in the dragon itself. So these are here are my specials. I added a dust, a metallic, 2 crystal confettis, and 2 more dust drills, because it had 4 ABs. We're going to pick that up, because that's right on my tape, or my glue of the canvas. So anyways, this is whip number 1 that I am working on, as you can see. I will continue working on it this evening, because I'm filming this Tuesday night. I will work on this a little bit more Tuesday evening, so I'll finish a little bit more. If I could finish like the body of the dragon, I would be happy if I could finish the body of the dragon, and then I can like work into his like algae fronds, whatever you want to call them. And then from there progress into doing the background, which will go really fast. I am loving this canvas. I love the artwork. I love the color palette. I think it's amazingly awesome. I loved it. This is one of those that was one of my unicorns, and because I had seen a friend working on it, and as he was working on it, I'm like, I love that so much. I have to have that canvas. So I hunted it down, and I did end up getting it, as you can see, obviously, since I'm working on it. But I was super happy when I got it. So that is whip number 1. Whip number 2 is Totem Phoenix. This is from Oraloa. It is from the artist Vayunette. It's a 50 by 70 round drills. This one is pure confetti checkerboarding. So I did this section. I have not worked on it at all this month. I do want to kind of pull it out as I work on down some of my whips, because right now this is the most whips that I have ever had, is what you're going to see right now. So I really want to work down my whips, and this will probably be one of those last ones that I work into, just because I'm not looking forward to this checkerboarding aspect of everything. But I'll just plug away at it a little bit at a time, and I'll eventually finish it. But that is Totem Phoenix. It's super cute. I'm just going to mix a couple of these colors together when I get down into here. I'm not going to add any specials to it. I'm just like, no, I need to get it done and do it. My next whip, so whip number 3, this right here is my Diamond Art Club Treasure Quest card custom. And this is a canvas from an image from my mom. My mom was the artist that painted this. It's called Mountain Temple. That's the name of this canvas. I did not work on it at all this month. I really planned on it. My plan was to finish Leviathan, and once I finished Leviathan, to work on this one right here as a nice palette cleanser from Leviathan, because it's such a gorgeous round. I am in love with this canvas. Everything about it is just so fun. I love the dimensions too, where it's narrow but long. That's super fun to do as well, because I don't like the super tall canvases because I work on them sideways. So I'm almost halfway. I've got like 3 of these small sections, because I'm doing this one in small sections to savor it. It's very confetti heavy. Part of that, yes, obviously, because it's got like that primarily computer render. It's basically it's a hybrid charting, but at the same time, it's the image itself in how it's painted really lends itself to doing that confetti style. It's going to be confetti heavy just from the nature of the image, because this was a pastel painting that my mom had done. But anyways, this one it is called Mountain Temple. The artist is my mom. 49 by 49.5 centimeters by 83.6 centimeters. It has 67 colors, and of those 67 colors, we have 3 ABs and 6 fairy dust drills. So that is whip number 3. Next up, we have whip number 4. So whip number 4 is another one that I started this month. I started this at the retreat. This is another Jaded Gem Shop. I'm trying to work through some of my older kits in my stash. So this is from my very first ever Jaded Gem Shop order. And that's why you'll see that it's a square, because I didn't know how much I disliked squares at the time. So this right here, this is called Kiki's Flight. It's from the artist Mia Au. And it is square drills. It is a 40 by 50, and I did have it charted with ABs. And again, this is something that now that I know, I don't do it. But basically, the ABs in this canvas are this greenish blue right here in the water is all completely AB. There's 2 shades of AB in here. 2 shades of greenish blue. You can see, like, look at, like, all of this that I placed is an AB, and all of what goes next to it is another AB. And then up in here, this white up at the top is another AB. So this one that definitely, you know, not for the faint of heart when you get the ABs charted into it. So I'm not doing that in the future. Hi, Mo. Oh, you're sliding. There you go. She started to slide. What? Do you want in your basket? You're not going to actually sit in there. You're just going to pass through. You're just going to pass on through. Silly cat. So anyways, this is whip number 4. I started this one at the retreat. Oh, you are going to sit in your box. I'm impressed, Momo. I did start this at the retreat. So I started on, the 21st, which was Saturday. And I worked on it for, you know, a part of the evening into the, whatnot. And I made some pretty decent progress on it, considering, you know, it's a small canvas. And once I finish this water, then I will come up and reward myself with that color blocking. And then I'll be able to kind of get into the other components of it. So yeah, this one was super cute. I'm definitely enjoying it. Usually what I do, because you can see how this is a lot of confetti in the outlining of everything, I actually tend to clean that up as I'm working, and I'll just place like the same color for the outline instead of placing like 5 colors. I tend to do that with these ones, because for the most part, you can see this is all color blocking right here, but then I have like a gazillion little symbols right there. So I will clean that up so it's not as much as I'm working on it. But yeah, I'm really pleased with this one. I think it's adorable. Like I said, this is my first Jaded Gem Shop order. So this is from August of 2023 is when I ordered this. That was my first Jaded Gem Shop order. But anyways, that is whip number 4. Whip number 5, I'm not going to show you guys, but wonders of wonders, whip number 5 is right there, Nostalgic Tarot. So that one I will work on it eventually. I just want to get down some of these other whips that I have, because that's a lot of whips for me. So now we're going to talk about the canvases that I have kitted up that I will be, that I want to work on this month. So this one was not originally in the books or the plans to do, but it was one that I had brought with me. I had kitted it up and brought it with me to show how I enhance canvases. And I basically planned out the enhancements for the vase and I think the pink flowers, maybe the white flowers. But this is called Happy Flowers Blue Vase. It's a 50.7 by 50.7 round drills. It's by the artist Olga Akbarova, and it has 52 colors, which includes 5 ABs. So I will definitely add some like crystal confetti into the greens, and then I'll also add some ABs throughout here, and a little bit of maybe some ABs, but it's going to be a lot of like the fairy dust for this one. I don't want to like overdo it, but I'll definitely add more of like the dust drills into it, and crystal confetti and crystals for the greenery in the back portion. I think that'll look great. But anyways, that is the first one that I have planned I would like to work on this month, given time. It's kind of like a little lower on the list to do because I have the other ones. This one, I will actually not be working on it this month. I do have it kitted up. This is Fushimi Inari. This is from the artist Yume, and it is stunning. I love this image. I've talked many times about how much meaning it has for me. It's a 55.6 by 83.7 round drills. And this canvas, I decided I'm going to save this one to be my 200th finish. So I can't work on it yet because I want it to be my 200th finish, because I'm at, I think I finished 190, I'm at 191 total finishes. Yes, the Cherry Blossom Pagoda was 191. So Leviathan will be 192. And then if I do Kiki's Flight, 193. My Custom, 194. And then I will only have 6 more canvases before I kind of complete this one here. So I'm saving this one to do as my 200th finish, but I do have some plans for this one to do some extra bling on it, but this is just going to be such a gorgeous canvas, and I can't wait to work on it. But that right there is Fushimi Inari. That's another one that I have planned. to work on a little bit later. So I'll probably do the Happy Flowers blue base before I do that one. Next up, we have this one right here. This is from Lazy River Crafts. This is called Festival of Ribbons. It's from the artist Victoria Rivero, and it is a square drill canvas. I think this one is a 60 by 90 square drills. So definitely much larger than what I like to do, but I do have to say that it has a fair amount of color blocking into portions of it. This is one that I know is going to take me a hot minute to do. Very much take me that hot minute. It does have a lot of that confetti, especially if we look at her hair. So I am not going to do the confetti in her hair with those strips like it's charted. I'm just going to pick one of the colors and do for that to kind of clean up some of that confetti. Because these canvases from Lazy River can be very, very confetti heavy. The nice thing is I have all this color blocking of the 310, which I'm actually looking forward to. Same thing in the blue down in her jacket. That, and then this is going to be where I have, and like each of the ribbons are going to be good to go. It's going to be the background that tends to be, especially right through here, that's going to have a lot more confetti versus these areas which are color blocking. But that one is another one that I do want to work on. I'm going to be pacing myself because these are two massive squares, so I can guarantee you I'm probably not going to finish these two canvases this month. Because there's this one, and then the other one of the big ones, this is from Shimmering Canvases. This is a 100 by 60 centimeter square drill canvas. It's called Fisherman's Village, and it's from the artist Andreas Rocha. It has 33 colors. I forgot to say how many colors Festival of Ribbon had. Festival of Ribbon has, like, it doesn't list how many colors it is. It's something like probably around that 30-ish or so, somewhere around in there. But this is Fisherman's Village. It's definitely, I can tell render-wise, I'm going to be much happier with this render than I will be with the Lazy River Crafts render, because that one has a lot of unnecessary confetti. In this one, the only confetti I'm really seeing is kind of in this little shoreline area. Everything else is actually really well rendered. There's a little bit, but I feel like this is such a transition we were going to have that confetti. And I did get the enhancement set with this, so I will be adding some specials from the enhancement set as I work on this canvas, but it does have a lot of color blocking, so I expect this one to actually move really fast. So I'm looking forward to that one because it's gonna go quickly for this one here. And it does have a fair number of specials, which I enjoy doing. There is a lot of darks in here. This one looks like checkerboarding, so I will probably just mix the two colors together for that because they're so dark. I'll just mix those colors together where it's checkerboarded because I'm not checkerboarding. But anyways, that is Fisherman's Village by Andreas Rocha from Shimmering Canvases. And now we have the last two canvases, and these ones are for sure getting done this month. So the first one, we have Feline Familiars. This is from a Jaded Gem Shop. This is the Jaded Gem Shop version because I wanted things that were small because I have a lot of other things that I want to finish over there so I can kit up my next batch of kits. So I want to finish those so I can then free up my containers to kit up more new goodies to work on. So I do need to kit up these two. I have not kitted up these two canvases yet. That's why they don't have any washi around the border. But this is from Chrisabug. It is Feline Familiars. It comes to us from Jaded Gem Shop. It has 60 colors. I did not get it with any specials. I'm just going to do this one as is because I kind of want to compare this one in the Diamond Art Club Feline Familiars version, which is a little bit larger. I want to compare the two and kind of see how they turn out and how they look with the different rendering styles for it. But it's adorable. I wanted something small that would be easy for me to finish this month because I have a lot going on. So I'm going to be working on this one for Jessica, the Stealthy Crafter, for her Chrisabug Along. This is the 3rd annual Chrisabug Along, so I'm really looking forward to having this one to work on. So this will definitely be getting done this month. Next up, we have this adorable Liubka. This is from Diamond Art Club. It's called Kitchen Cats, and it's from the artist Liubka. This is a 42.6 by 42.6 round drills. The Chrisabug is also round drills because I order all my Jaded Gem Shop canvases like that in rounds. This one has only 22 colors, which includes 2 ABs and 2 dust drills, and I actually have planned out enhancements for this. One of the enhancements that's in here, I want to say, is for this canvas, and then on top of that, I have this. I'm changing the color, so it's not going to be blue, or it's not going to be yellow back there. I'm going to use these 3 blue tones, and I'm going to use these 3 blues as the background of this, the wallpaper, and down into this area here. So I'm going to be doing that because I don't want it to be, you know, yellow. I'm not a fan of yellow. So all of the yellow will be swapped out for blue. But that is the final one that I plan on working on this month. And I know I'm not going to finish everything that's on here, but if I can finish like the three of the whips, which is Leviathan, Kiki's Flight, and then my Treasure Quest Custom Mountain Temple, if I can finish those three and then finish these two small ones, that would be 5 canvases. I would be happy if I could finish those. I also do have some times where I'm going to be gone for the month of April. I've got a couple concerts I'll be going to, and that takes up some time going to those. And I've got a concert in Orlando. No, I have a concert in Tampa. I have a trip to Orlando because a friend's going to be at Disney, so I'm going to be going down and visiting her. And then I also have, there's one other thing that I have going on. But I have like 3 things planned for this month that will take me out from diamond painting for a little bit. But anyways, that is the final one that I'm going to be working on. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this laundry list of everything that I've got. The whips I'm going to work on, all of that fun stuff, and what I plan on adding to my list. So there is, I lied, I am showing it off. So there is our nostalgic tarot. I do need to pull it back out and work on it some more. I just got distracted and have not done so. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing that. Oh, yes, I forgot. We do need to go into, like, our check-in on my logbook. So we're going to do that. We're going to check in on our logbook. So, let me go ahead and open it up. Oh, I can't sit in my chair because I took my chair. Okay. So, at the beginning of the logbook, I did already add in the numbers. And I did that for a reason because, you know, if I didn't add in the numbers and tried to math it while I was recording, that would be an extra long period of nothingness as I tried to get stuff done. So I do have my markers right here. I did switch markers out because I decided I didn't like that set of markers. So I actually have gotten rid of those other markers, but I did try to pick some close color matches. So as a refresher, my goals for 2026 were to get my stash below 350, and then to complete my scavenger hunt canvases, complete the deserted island tag canvases, and do 25 kits from 2023 for the refresh my stash. I also wanted to take a hard look at the hoard and remove the things that don't bring me joy, which I have done. And then I want to do my event canvases that I have planned out. So that's something that I have, like here's the different events that I want to do. And you can see as we go through, some of them I have made progress on, some I have not. But as we look, we're going to see 2026 finishes. So March, I got four completions because I don't count the minis in this. And of those 4 completions, the first 2 were Jaded Gem Shop. Yeah, right there. Yep. So the first 2 were Jaded Gem Shop. I have a 28 by 49. 28 by 49 is the first one. And then I have a 31 by 55 as the second one. My third one is also a Jaded Gem Shop. I did a lot of Jaded Gem Shops this month. 45 by 60. And the final one is my Make Market, which was a 40.6 by 50.8. 40 by 50. We're going to just make it a 40 by 50. And that one is Make Market. So I do need to add right on here that this one is Make Market, and I'm going to need to pick a new color for Make Market for that, because this is what we want to kind of see the progress as I work on this. I'm telling you right now, March was not a good month as far as actually making progress on finishing things. So we're just going to ignore that. So we do have Jaded Gem Shop is going to be this color right here. So we're going to do our 3 Jaded Gem Shops. It's going to be a slightly different shade than what we were doing, but that's okay. It's as close as I could match with the different ones. So those first 3 actually were all Jaded Gem Shops. With these 3 right here. So apparently I have done a lot of Jaded Gem Shop, but that's the shop outside of Diamond Art Club. Jaded Gem Shop is what I have the most canvases of. So there is the first one, the first 3. And now I need to pick a color for, let's pick a color for Make Market. We're going to go with this color right here. So let me move this over. And this is going to be Make Market. It's going to be this pink tone right here. So a different shade of pink than what we had up there. And we're going to go ahead and do our little color it in right there. So that is our Make Market. And let me go ahead and say, okay, these are the colors that I did. I'm turning them upside down, my markers upside down, so I don't misplace them because then they stand out and they're obvious. Purple and blue. All right, so we are done with our first page. We've got a new shop that we've added and we're making progress there. So now we're gonna come over here and we're gonna look at our scavenger hunt and see if I completed anything from the scavenger hunt. So we have The Apprentice, Fancy Flowers, Fiesta Chic Kitsune Legende Japonaise, Koi Pond, Aromatic Succulents, Song of the Moon, Floating Dream, Miss Rouge, and Seafoam. I did not do any of those from the scavenger hunt. None of that got done. So then we're going to come over to the Deserted Island tag. We have Fushimi Inari, Heaven's Gate, Cyber Edo, Muted Sound, Sakura Festival, Leviathan, which is not quite done but close. So soon I'll be able to check that one off. Dream, Dragon Spirit, Neko Mart, and Away From It All. So we almost were able to cross one off right there. Unfortunately, we were not able to. And then refresh my stash. What have I completed anything from here? From these ones, we have Festival of Ribbons, Fisherman's Village. I'm working on Kiki's Flight. That will be one that I'll be able to mark off soon. So that's going to be progress when I can. And as we come down, I have done right here Unmask. So that is one that I have completed. So we can mark Unmask off. So yay, we have one we can mark off there. Now we're going to look over here, and hey, for the alphabet, we know Unmask worked because, you know, we just talked about that one. And then my other whips, or my other completions, we have Cherry Blossom Pagoda, which I already have a C, so that doesn't matter. And then we have the Night on the River, which we already have an N, so we only got to put one right in there. All right, so now we're going to look at March. So March, we started the month with 421 total canvases in my hoard, which includes the minis. So as we look, you can see my first number, I had 403 full-size canvases, and then I had 18 minis, which is what I wrote right there. So what did I actually do? So first and foremost, the number looks significantly larger because I realized when I was working on the minis that I had not added some of the canvases that I have in my hoard to Gems Flow. So there was a good number that I did not have added to Gems Flow, which included a lot of those minis that I knocked out and finished. So the number is going to look a little skewed, but then I also accumulated way too much this month too. So I started 6 canvases and 9 minis. That's what I started this month. I finished 4 canvases and 9 minis, which left me with the 3 whips that I started the month with. So I ended February with 3 whips, and I ended March with 5 whips, which is a lot for me, but I have 2 of them that I should be able to finish within this, you know, next few days or so. So basically, you know, I do have more whips right now. The companies that I finished this month were Jada Gem Shop, Make Market, Diamond Delights, Diamond Art Club, and then I put Etsy for like the bookmark. And of my 4 completions, I did finish 3 rounds and 1 square. So that was a nice break from what I had done last month where it was all squares. Now, the numbers that are kind of, I'm not happy about. So the basically purchased and or gifted, because I did go to the retreat, so I got a couple canvases for free from the retreat. So purchases and gifted type things this month were 11 canvases. So that's how many I bought and or got from like the retreat this month. That I chose to ignore the fact that these don't math out properly, and that's because I did have to add all of those minis in, and I added some of those in, but I'm not marking them over here because they were things that I had actually technically gotten like a year ago. My received, so this number is going to be a little bit different, and that's because some of the canvases that I have purchased have not actually made it to me yet. So that's why I have that number being different. So I purchased 11, but I actually received 10 canvases this month. And they're sitting over there waiting for me to unbox them, which means that my final total numbers of what I'm ending with is a total of 439, which seems really big. But at the same time, you have to remember that there was probably about, I think I added probably about 11 or 12, something like that, items to this list, to my Gems Flow, which were not in there to begin with. So 439 total, but the big number right here, I have 409 canvases and 15 mini sets. So my numbers of mini kits has gone down because I had 18 and now I'm down to 15, despite the fact that I finished 9 because I had that many that were not logged in here. So that number is tracking downward. If you look, I started with 26, 24, 18, and now I'm ending with 15. So I've definitely gone down on the minis, so that's a good thing. And then if we look at my actual canvases here, so I started with So this one right here, I have 403 full-size canvases is what I started the month with. I did end with 409 canvases because I bought some and then I had some I had failed to log. So I have 409, which is a little bit of a setback. It takes us back to like higher than what we started with, because I think I started January with less than that. I was at like 404, and then I was able to get down to 403. And so I started the month with 403-ish, but that number not accurate because, again, that didn't count the ones. So regardless, bottom line, I am starting April with 439 total in my hoard. And again, our goal is to get this, this 409 right here. The goal is to get that 409 below, get that number below 350. Not the total number, it's going to be this number. If I can knock out all of these minis, fabulous, but really it's getting this 409 below 350. That's going to be one of my big goals that I want to try to aim for this year. And I was doing good, tracking well for it until I rolled into March. So now we need to do better in April. So Friday, I will have my video up that goes over all of the canvases that I'll unbox all the canvases that I received this month, so you guys can kind of see what was added to the hoard for that. And 2 of them were ones that were gifted to me. Like 3 of them are Amazon exclusives from Diamond Art Club. So that really leaves the other 5, which were technically like the regular purchases. But anyways, that's really what I got done. I knocked out quite a bit this month. You can see I finished a ton of crafty projects. I finished 9 minis and 4 canvases. So really, I'm pretty pleased with how I did this month for finishes. I was pretty impressed with that. Anyway, that is all I had for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed my month in review, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.